Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Antonia and Harley is joining us today. He's going to be our co-host. I'm doing a very fun video. Well, it's fun for me. I don't know. I know it's very, a topic that many people don't want to talk about, but I'm the type of person that really just doesn't care. Today we're talking about the Red Sea, a period. And to me, it is a curse and a blessing, okay? I want it every month because I need to know, but I also don't want to deal with it every month. I am a person that likes to use pads. I've always hated using tampons. And with my own history, because everyone has like a different sort of period story, of course. With my history, I am on birth control and my period is super heavy, to the point where my sister and my mom used to have to bring me extra pants and clothes to school because it would just leak everywhere. So, like I said, I'm not a tampon kind of girl, just don't really enjoy that experience, but I do love these pads. So if I am in a pinch and I have to use something like this, I will use something like this. This is the Always Infinity Flex Foam, and I just realized I've been opening it wrong this whole time. These pads are so good because it just absorbs everything and there's very minimal leakage, unless your pad, like when you put your pants back up, they fold over. I hate that so much. And I always get the ones with wings, but the Always Infinity Flex Foam, amazing. But this is literally my new last resort. My second form of period care would be this thing, and this thing is one of my favorite things to use. It is the Diva cup. Now, I barely use this now because I just get lazy. So with the Diva cup, you have to boil it before and after, because you need to sterilize this thing. Okay, Harley, you need to sterilize this thing, and if you buy this, you're gonna need to buy something like this. This is a pot that I only use for my Diva cup, because I'm not gonna be cooking my macaroni and also cooking my Diva cup in the same pot, you know what I mean? So the reason why I don't really love using the Diva cup is just because I find it a nuisance that you have to like reach in there and push the Diva cup out and then break the seal and then take it out. It's not the gross part of like the blood getting anywhere, it's just like that whole act of taking it out is really annoying. And B, this boiling part is really annoying, because if you're in a pinch, you gotta boil it. And if you didn't boil it, which I do, by the way, so this is completely clean, but like before you put it back in for your period, you have to boil it before use again, because you have this like sitting on your shelf or something for a whole month, and it's technically not sterilized anymore because obviously it's been like out. So the Diva cups do come with like this cotton little baggie that you can put it in, but like I usually just wrap it in a paper towel and then I put it in on my shelf, so in my bathroom, of course. So that's the reason why. But I will use the Diva cup if I know I'm going to a pool or if I'm going to a beach, because you can leave it in for, I think it says 12 hours, and basically if you leave for the day and then you get home and you take it out, it's basically fine. But yeah, that's the reason why I don't love using the Diva cup. It's a little bit, it's okay. The inconvenience is extremely minuscule, and you are saving using like a pad, like 2 pads a day for 7 days if you do use this. So in an environmentally friendly standpoint, really good, and you don't have to worry about it leaking because it has created a seal inside you and it collects the blood, and you'll be surprised you don't actually bleed that much, but then when it comes onto a pad it looks like a hell of a lot. But now, because my friends from Lilova reached out to me and they asked me if I wanted to try out their period panties. I've always been so curious about period panties, but I just have never dipped my toe in it, so I decided to say yes. This video is not sponsored, but they did send me 2 pairs of period panties. They come in these little bags. It's actually really cute. And I got the Olivia hip hugger. It says it holds 2 tampons worth, and I got the black on black size medium. So these are the Olivia hip huggers. They are like, it's not really high-waisted, it's more like a mid-waisted panty. It actually feels like a very thick swimwear, and they're very secure. So I'm going to talk about 2 brands today of period panties because I did want something to compare them with. So these are the first ones that they sent me, and the second ones they sent me are the Mia Hip Hugger, which are these ones. And it's, once again, a full coverage. Wow, why did I wear black? It's just a full coverage panty. And I got them in medium. What I love about the Lilova brand is that the pad starts from here. Can you guys see it? Maybe if I shine it light. Here. And it goes all the way, literally all the way to the back here. And same with the Olivia. Let me just flip it inside out. So once again, this is the Olivia. It starts here, right here, and it goes, if you can see it, all the way back here. So these are extremely high coverage. They are very secure. They fit me very well, but they aren't exactly like a mid-rise on me. I don't know, maybe I'm just like built a little bit differently, or maybe I need a size larger. They are nice and snug, which I like because I don't want these things moving on me and leaking. And they just go like right below my belly essentially. So those are the first 2 pairs that they sent me. And then I really wanted something to compare these with because Lilova is not actually like that. I wouldn't say they are as aggressive in advertising as, say, Knix or the other brand, which is Thinx. If you guys watch my vlogs, you know I was trying to get my hands on a pair of Thinx, but I could not. By the way, both of these pairs of Lilovas cost $29, and I could not for the life of me get my hands on a pair of Thinx, and then if I bought them online with shipping and everything, it ended up being like $80. So one of you guys actually suggested that I try Nixteen, which is the teen brand of the brand Knix. I was going to buy a pair of Knix undies, but they ended up being like, I think they're retail for like $40 or so. These Nixteen underwear cost $20, and I have to say something. I'm literally hooked on this. So originally I bought their Nixteen like set. It came with a sleeper short. By the way, I'm 5'4", I weigh about like 145 pounds, and I ended up buying an extra large. I really could have went with a large on these because, once again, I bought an extra large because they are made for teens. Like, they're supposed to be made for like teen bodies. Of course, I'm a full grown woman, so I shouldn't be actually like fitting in this stuff, but like I do fit in this stuff. So it came with a pair of sleeper shorts. It came with 2 pairs of black undies. They just look like this. They are seamless. So I got 2 pairs of those. And then it came with like a mystery pair, and this one is tie-dye. I'm not like super crazy about the tie-dye, but I mean, I'm fine with it. I have to say that I really love them so much that I ended up buying more. And it's not that I don't love Lilova. I think the Lilova ones are really great, especially if you have a super high period. Like if you are heavy and you don't take birth control and like you are leaking like a mofo, girl, you need yourself a pair of those, because the Lilova ones have such a high coverage all the way to your back. And hey, I don't know, this is gonna sound gross, but if you're watching this video, you know we're talking about periods. So if you're gonna be nasty about it, stop watching now. But you know when you're sleeping and sometimes the blood just like leaks down your butt crack and it like gets on your panties in the back here? This, because the Lilova ones are all the way like high coverage, you will never experience anything like that. So if you have a super heavy set period, highly recommend the Lilovas. But because I am on birth control and I don't have as high of a period, it's still heavy by all means in my opinion, but my period used to be so heavy, like it was unbelievable. I remember this one time I leaked on my pants and I was taking the bus home from school when I was in high school, and this lady came up to me and she was so kind. She goes, "Sweetie, And she said it in my ear because she didn't want everyone else to hear. And she said, sweetie, I'm not trying to be creepy, but I just wanted to let you know that your period has leaked onto your pants and it's showing, and I really hope you are getting home soon. And I looked at her and I was like, because I like was freaked out because she like literally came next to me. And obviously this is pre-COVID. So she like literally came next to me, obviously, because this was like years ago. So I was like, oh my god. And yeah, anyways, I always had those incidents. I ended up having to like always keep like fresh underwear, pads, like pants and skirts in my locker because I would leak so much. So because of that, I wasn't sure if period panties were going to work on me, because even with birth control incorporated, I still have quite a bit of a heavy period, but I know there is heavier, okay? I know there is heavier. And it's really hard for me to tell you how heavy they are because, like, obviously I'm not gonna come on screen and show you because that is a little bit nasty. But this is what the Nixteen ones look like. Okay, so regularly when I'm not on my period, I wear underwear that looks just like this. Well, not this one, but like feels like this, and they are just seamless underwear. I actually get them from Miniso. They're really, really killer. But this is what the Nixteen ones look like inside out. So that's the pad, essentially. And you can see it's not as high coverage as the Lilova one, because the Lilova one literally goes like back here. But I did wear the Nixteen ones on one of my heaviest days, and I did wear the Lilova ones on one of my heaviest days, which is usually in the middle of my period. And I have to say both of them held up fantastic. But if you have a heavy set period, you're gonna need to go with something heavy duty like the Lilova. The Knixteen ones are really great for if you are just a regular period and you just need something there, obviously. And what I think is really cool about these as well is that, first of all, the Lilova ones are black, so you really can't see anything. Like, you can't see the period at all. But second, it's so weird because like this, the period never transfers onto the seamless underwear. It always just stays within this panty, like this period panty part. So it's really cool technology that they have used. I haven't done like much research into like what they're doing. Obviously this is not an advertisement. Nixteen has not paid me. I've bought the entire set by myself. But because I wear underwear like this on a regular basis, like seamless underwear, and I'm so used to it, and this is just so much more comfortable for me. I'm not like as used to wearing such a heavy set panty. If I was in high school, I think I would have loved this because back then I was not on the pill and anything like that. I loved it so much I ended up buying 2 more pairs. I bought a pair of nude ones and I bought another pair of nude ones, and I still kept with my size extra large, even though I think I could have gone with a large. The Nixteen panties retail for $20, and there are tons of coupon codes out there as well. I buy the Oh No Proof boy short version, but they have a ton of styles on their website. I'm so obsessed with them that I even told my friends, and she ended up buying pairs. My sister bought a pair. If you do buy the ones from Nixteen, I'm pretty sure you can get like 20% off. The more you buy, like the less it costs. So mine ended up being $15 a pair, which, I mean, they're still expensive, but like, I really highly recommend. If you have never worn period panties and you want to try them out, I really highly recommend giving them a try because they're just so comfortable. It literally doesn't feel like you're on your period anymore because they're so comfortable, and you don't have to worry about leaking because the blood for some reason just stays within the period pad that is built in, and it's so cool. Now, a couple of questions that you might want to know is, A, does it leak through? I wore these period panties from my start to my finish date, and I did not have a leak. I slept in them, did not have a leak. I didn't have any sort of leak, and I was the most worried on my heaviest days that I was going to have a leak, and I did not have any sort of leak. Second is that, how do you wash these things? What I personally like to do is, if I've worn them, I soak them in some water. Like, I hand wash them first and let all like the blood essentially leach out into the water, and then I will throw them back into the washing machine to give them another good rinse cycle, just to like wash everything out. Another question you might have is like, what happens to like the jelly bits? I don't know, is this too gross? Why are you watching this if it's nasty? If you're grossed out about this, I'm so sorry. What happens to the jelly bits? Like, obviously they stay there, but in my opinion, if you just take like toilet paper and wipe it off, it's fine. Also, when you go to the bathroom, because obviously you're wearing these the entire day till you like change your new pair whenever you take your shower, do you feel like it comes, you pull up your pants and it's cold because like old wet blood is just sitting there? Absolutely not. For some reason, this stuff, both brands, I'm not just talking about the Nixteen, Lilova and Nixteen both have this like, I don't know what they use, but it is so absorbent that it absorbs and it doesn't even feel like you have blood sitting on there anymore. Between the two brands, Lilova is more noticeable that you're wearing a period panty because it feels really heavy duty. Like, it's a thick panty. But the Nixteen ones, because they are seamless, it really doesn't feel like you're wearing any kind of panty. I can't say enough good things about both brands. I really like both of them. But you can definitely tell I have a favor towards the Nixteen brand, just because I'm so used to wearing underwear that is like this, and my period is not as heavy and worrisome that I need to buy more pairs of these, because these are so comfortable that I could wear them like not on my period. Does that even make sense? Even my friend said that. She was like, I feel like they're so comfortable that I could wear them not on my period. And I was like, honestly, yeah. I don't know if they make regular panties, but if they do, highly recommend. I think I'm going to buy a pair of those too. I just love them. They are literally so similar to my mini sew underwear that I wear on a regular basis. Okay guys, that is my little period panty video for you guys. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any other questions. I'd be happy to answer them for you. Also, I wanted to mention for my Canadian girls, if you're Canadian, Nixteen does have a Canadian website, and I think they have free shipping over $80. Lilova is an American website. If you are a heavy set period kind of person, highly recommend getting the Lilova ones. Also, if you have more voluptuous than I am, and I think Nixteen only goes up to extra large, which I would say is probably like a size 10 women's. If your size is bigger than a size 10 women's, then I think you'd have to go with the Knix brand, which is a little bit more expensive. And also, I just wanted to mention with shipping and stuff, Lilova is American, so be careful with that. I didn't get charged any duties or anything like that, so that was really cool, because even though sometimes I receive products, they will charge me duties. Canada will charge me duties, and I did not get charged any duties like that. And Nixteen is actually a Canadian brand because Knix is Canadian, so they have a Canadian website. So I ended up paying everything in Canadian dollars, and there was free shipping over $80 with Nixteen. Personally, I think it's a great investment to buy these period panties because they are just A, so comfortable, and B, you don't have to worry about buying pads anymore. I was so confident in these period panties that I would wear white. Or I even wore leggings, because especially with the Knix ones, you could hardly tell I was wearing underwear. With the Lilova, you will get lines because they are really thick. But with the Nixteen ones, I could it barely felt like I was on my period. So I'm really happy because now on an environmental standpoint, I'm not going to be dumping pads into the garbage or tampons into the garbage anymore because I'm good to go. I have all my options. I'm going to have my period panties, and I'm going to have a diva cup for when I need to go swimming or whenever I need to use this, because this thing is made of silicone and it will last basically forever. I think you're supposed to change this every 5 years, but I've had it for 2 now, so I'm still okay. Hope this was sort of educational for you. I know a lot of people think it's taboo to talk about periods, but like, if I'm not going to talk about it, then how will you know the good? You know what I mean? So leave me a comment down below if you have any questions. I would love to answer them for you. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at _HelloHarley, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye! Harley says bye. Harley, say bye.